What's the difference between porn and SENSE8? SENSE8 is better acting. Hey guys, I am Torchwood Boy and I've just watched the SENSE8 Christmas special. Why am I doing a one-take review and not a reaction to the Christmas special, you ask? Well, funny story. Except it's not that funny. Is it, Spider-Man? Spider-Man will explain.
So, what happened was, if I recall, let me think, it was just after SENSE8's live stream on YouNow. Now, what happened? Oh yeah, Netflix gave us a copyright strike, and now we're screwed! But it's okay. I'm not angry. I think you're a little angry. I'm not, I'm fine. So anyway, Netflix! We're fighting them. Bring it on. Boom, boom. We'll end up in court and we'll probably get sued for millions, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so much fun. No, but yeah, Netflix decided to give us a copyright strike, so yeah, that's why we're not doing reactions, and I'm totally okay with it.
You know, I somehow feel like he's not okay with it. Yeah, anyway, so Netflix gave us a copyright strike, guys, and that's why we're not doing the reaction. I think it's probably because we've grown as a channel, and they gave it us on the finale of the last one. Whether they meant to give it us or not, because I sent them a couple of emails asking for a retraction. They didn't respond, they didn't even read it, so whether they meant to do that or whether it was by accident and they thought they were like blocking it and I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, we are fighting it, and we'll see what happens. And that's all I'll say. The video has been deleted though, actually, so I'm not sure if the fight actually stands anymore, because it was to keep that video down, but I've deleted the video now after I sent the notification because I'm a dumbass. So yeah, I'm not sure if the claim actually stands. So I'll update you. If you go into my vlog channel, which I'll put in the link below, you can find some details on it when I made a video the other day. So back to the review. I loved this episode. It was so much fun. We're gonna get to that scene in a minute, but let's just do a basic summary. So basically they're all still trying to carry on with their lives. Will's trying to escape Whispers and failing miserably, and he's becoming drug-induced whenever he sees him. Sun's still trapped in prison, but she's finally got out of solitary confinement. Yeah, progress. And it's brilliant. Now I'm gonna have to talk about it. Because I can't. In fact, no, I'm gonna save it. Let's go for the top 3 characters. It's so hard to choose because I love them all, but at number 3, I think I'm going to give it to Carla, because, and now, don't judge me on this, but her character progression has been amazing, and I didn't really appreciate her very much in the last season, but in this season, well, in this episode, she really grew on me as a character. She's becoming more confident with herself. I love how she's getting angry. I love how she's jealous about Wolfgang. That scene, with the and the retro and the breaking of the that was awesome, and I just loved all about it because it just showed her character has progressed so much, and I think she really rocked it this episode. She really rocked it. In at number 2 has got to be. Who's it gonna be? I'm gonna give it to... Wait for it. Can you tell I forgot the name? Yep. It's really pissing me off. And it's a one-take review, so I'm not allowed to pause it. This is what happens when you don't come prepared. Cathius. Thank you. Cathius is back. He's had a shave, and he looks a little different. I'm not sure what that barbershop does, but apparently it makes people's sense. But brilliant actor, brilliant, and then brilliant, just a brilliant character, But seriously, and in number 1, we have my favourite character, of course, Sun. I was never not going to put Sun at the top, guys. You guys should know that by now. Sun rocked it this episode. She totally kicked some ass. That fight scene with the 3 guys hired to kill her were amazing. I thought she killed him when she broke his neck, but apparently he's just in hospital. He's going to be okay, because people usually survive it when people use their elbows to snap people's necks. Duh. So my honourable mention goes to Will and Riley. They're sharing it. For the pure fact that their characters didn't get much to do. I mean, alright, Will got a lot more to do than Riley did. But Riley sort of owned the last episode, so I suppose. But it's weird how their roles are reversed now. She's looking after him, whereas we all thought that in the end he'd be looking after her, because obviously it's what happened in I Won't Leave Her in episode 12. So it's interesting to see their dynamic carry on like that. I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go from here on out. I'm not sure how they're going to get rid of Whispers. Well, they'll have to kill him in the end, I suppose, but is someone else lurking in the shadows waiting to take his place, or is someone far worse? Who knows? It's me. So yeah, they get an honourable mention because they did have a very good story, and I enjoyed everyone's arcs, actually, this one. I enjoyed them all. I enjoyed them all. Top 3 moments. Can you guess what number 1 is? Number 3, Damn Bam Goes Bam. No, Van Damme Goes Bam. I screwed it up. Damn Van. Well, the damn van, who has Van Damme on it, went bang. Nailed it. That was awesome, seeing where they're like, it's all looking good for them. They got it back in action. They're like, yeah, and then it explodes. Just like out of action, because they're running, he just picks them off the floor. I love that. I really appreciated the sense of irony with that scene of how they always wanted to be action heroes and how they admired Van Damme, and they got to run away from an explosion. So that was pretty cool. I did enjoy that. In at number 2, we have the Sunbok v her 3 trained assassin guys. That was awesome, using Will's abilities to pick a lock, and Wolfgang's abilities of basically not holding out. Because I think you'll find that Sun, while she's definitely the toughest person, I mean, as shown in the final scene, we'll talk about that in a moment, because that's actually, I'm gonna swap it around. I've got a 2-part, and it's both fight scenes. It's the middle one with Sun in the jail cell, and it's Wolfgang's fight scene at the end, because it really shows how they each utilize their own skills. It's usually in the fight scenes it's Sun and Wolfgang and Will to a lesser extent, because Sun and Wolfgang were much better fighters. But I loved the first scene where it was showing how Wolfgang's eagerness to kill helps Sun show that, not kill him, but snap his neck. She proper went for it when she fought him. And I also love the role reverse when he's pinned against the car by those 3 dudes who are going to basically kill him, and she just appears out of nowhere next to him, and she's like, stay calm, follow my lead, and then she takes over and she just kicks their asses, and it's just awesome. And it's such an awesome role reversal, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, brilliant. I feel dirty even talking about this, but it's so artsy that I loved it anyway. In at number 1, the sex scene. I don't know if you've ever watched a sex scene that involves 9 people, because it did involve 9 people, because obviously they had their lover with them as well. So I've never watched something like that on television, and it was like, I don't know what it was. It wasn't even an orgy. It was just like, because they were, but they weren't, and you know what I mean. And it was very beautifully done. It was very artfully done. They were all naked. They were all basically getting it on, and my favourite thing about it was, and it was a really cool scene, was where Wolfgang and Cassius kissed, and it was just a split-second thing, but you thought, wow, it's just cultural all over the world. It doesn't matter who you are. They are so connected that it doesn't matter whether they're a boy or whether they're a girl or whether they're from Africa or Germany, you know, and it doesn't matter their thoughts, their feelings. In that moment, they are all connected as one, and they're all experiencing it as one, and it's so beautiful, but it was so awesome as well, and I'm sort of sat there going, no one walking. No one walking. Because it was, you know, you would be embarrassed. Anyone would. Especially if their parents walked in. So, when I've thought that before. Yeah, so for me, that was my favourite moment. It was brilliant and beautifully done, and I just absolutely loved it. Any negatives? I don't think this needed to be 2 hours long. I don't. I think there are some pacing issues. A little bit. I think some stories were drawn out a little bit, especially Lito's, that seemed to be getting drawn out. I understand that we need to see this all happening, but it seemed very drawn out, do you know what I mean? But apart from that, I can't really think of any negatives. Funniest moment? I think the Van Damme bit, with not only with it explained, but with also all them people sat on it believing in the spirit of Van Damme, which is actually his son. She's like, and then she's standing next to Cassius, and he goes, the spirit of Van Damme is with me, and she goes, yeah. That was pretty cool as well, so I did enjoy that. Out of 10, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was an incredibly good episode, guys. I'm quite a harsh scorer. An incredibly good episode. I loved every moment of it, and it could have been shorter, it could have been, some scenes didn't need to be in there, especially just that whole, not the whole Leo plot, because I like Leo, I love him to bits, but just the scenes where we understood what was really happening, but it was just being repeated and repeated. We probably didn't need them, and yeah. But apart from that, I think everything was awesome in that episode. It really was. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Whether that will be a reaction or one to review, I suppose, depends on what happens next. But this has been Torchwood Boy. You've been awesome. I love you all. Bye.